The girl was sound asleep, her body inching downward without notice. Beneath her stretched the vast expanse of sky, 10,000 meters above the ground. A flicker of unease jolted her awake, but it was already too late. She could only let herself tumble, plummeting toward the earth. After what felt like an eternity, her eyes fluttered open, pupils dilating in an instant. She shot upright, fingers clamping around the rope as her heart hammered against her ribs. She was still suspended thousands of meters up, clinging to nothing but the frayed rope before her. "Jack," she called, voice cracking, but he lay curled in the basket, silent as stone. Ice on the rope was melting fast, and Jenny, slipping on the slick surface, felt herself sliding downward. She thrashed her legs, kicking off with all her might to send her body reeling backward. Finally, she used the momentum to grasp the rope, hauling herself back into the basket with a desperate heave. She crawled toward Jack, calling his name over and over, but he didn't stir. Jenny refused to believe it. Inching closer, she pressed a hand to his chest, no pulse. Just as despair began to swallow her, Jack's eyes fluttered open. They stared at the hot air balloon, now steadying itself, and a weak smile spread across both their faces, but the relief was short-lived. The snowflakes, which had been swirling downward, suddenly froze mid-air, then started drifting upward. Jenny's breath caught. It wasn't the snow defying gravity. The balloon was plummeting so fast, it was outpacing the fall. At this rate, they'd hit the ground as little more than pulp, but they began tossing everything overboard. Sandbags, rescue ropes, even their heaviest jackets. But the descent didn't slow. The basket was empty, and still they fell, with the ground rushing up to meet them. Jack Barr climbed onto the ring. He followed, clutching a knife. He was going to cut loose the heavy basket. The last rope snapped, and the balloon's speed eased slightly. But Jenny knew it wasn't enough. From this height, neither of them would survive. Under Jack's horrified gaze, Jenny stepped firmly onto the edge of the iron ring. She was going to jump, sacrifice herself to lighten the load, to give him a chance. "No!" Jack roared, breaking down as he begged her to stop. In that split second, his eyes locked on the balloon, and a wild idea sparked. Before Jenny could react, he seized the rope securing the balloon's canopy and sliced through it with the knife. The balloon billowed out, transforming into a crude but functional parachute, slowing their fall to a gentle drift. Excitement surged through them, but celebration died as a new shadow loomed. This time, though, fear didn't take hold. They clasped hands, staring down at the forest below, and plunged toward it, unflinching. When they finally came to, hours later, they limped toward each other, bruises and cuts stinging, then leaned on one another, slowly making their way home.